Aaron, what is our second main topic today?
Our second main topic comes to us from Black Adam's nephew. Tell your uncle I said hi. Good morning, John and the crew. Exciting news being reported that Dune 2 has moved its release date forward to November 3rd, 2023. Pending no delays from Warner Brothers Discovery, given their ongoing restructure, what's your reaction to this developing news of us finally getting the sequel we so rightly deserve sooner? And do you believe that they'll begin production on Part 3 immediately? Thanks, and bring on the filthy.
All right, thanks a lot for saying that in. This is still a head scratcher to me. I've heard a lot of different people from inside the studio, from inside the production, give some explanations, and I am still actually kind of baffled by it. This is a movie that you knew you were going to do Part 2 almost regardless. Like, it almost didn't matter what happened to Part 1. You knew you were going to do Part 2. They should have shot this. I don't always believe this is the case, but this is one of those situations where they should have shot Dune 1 and Dune 2 back to back. They should have shot it all at the same time. Like, we shouldn't be looking at a 2024 release date for Dune 2. We should be talking about Dune 2 coming out this Christmas. We should be talking about it coming out in a few months. So I know that's not the story. I just wanted to get that off my chest. So I'm still kind of a little bit butthurt that we're not getting it sooner than we are. That being said, they have moved the release date, but let's not get too excited about it being earlier, because it is only just a couple of weeks earlier. And there's actually a reason why. This comes to us from the folks over at the Hollywood Reporter, who wrote the following. Hours after Disney pushed back the release date of Marvel Studios' movie Blade, Warner Brothers revealed it will now open Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 2 on Blade's old date of November 3rd, 2023, instead of November 17th, 2023. The sequel tackles the second half of Frank Herbert's seminal 1965 novel Dune, with Paul Atreides, played by Timothée Chalamet, teaming up with Fremen to free the desert planet of Arrakis from House Harkonnen. Now, in the movie, they call it Harkonnen. I always pronounce it Harkonnen, but whatever. So, and by the way, I said it's coming out in 2024. It's coming out in 2023. So, while I would love to get excited about them moving up the release date of Dune, because the first one I thought was fantastic. I think it won the most Oscars at the Academy Awards this year, taking home 6 Oscars. It's bloody fantastic. Can't wait for it to come out. And I am happy we're getting it earlier than we were. However, it is only 2 weeks, and it was because of a logistical reason. Warner Brothers sat there like a vulture circling a carcass and saw that Blade died on its release date, and they're like swooped in. It's like, hey, you're not on that November 3rd date now? We'd love to have that date. And they just swept in and took it. So again, anything that moves this movie closer is good by me. I just wish it was coming out in the next few months rather than over a year from now. Anyway, Chris, you hear about this date change. What do you think about it?
I mean, the pacing of this production seems to be on par with the pacing of the film itself. It's slow. It's slow moving until that final act. And then you're like, oh, hey, stuff. I never understood why they didn't do these in conjunction as well. That's always bothered me. It's a smart marketing move. It's a very, very smart marketing move. I think it's a good thing to do. I think Disney is going to be doing some scrambling as well with their lineup to try to see what they can put in and around that time to make up their loss. All I know is now I have a movie to watch with Logan for his birthday next year. Woo.
Aaron, you hear about this. What do you think?
I think it's brilliant because if you look at the calendar, the 17th is the Friday before Thanksgiving. And at least in America, and I understand that not everyone in the world celebrates American Thanksgiving, obviously. However, the U.S. is a huge market for these films, and they are really targeting a lot of American markets for making the bulk of their money when it comes to that opening weekend box office. And so if you have a movie that comes out on November 3rd, moving it 2 weeks earlier is going to get that word of mouth. It's going to get that buzz before you roll into the holidays. And then you have 2 weeks of people going, oh my God, Dune 2 is just as good as the first one. Oh my God, Dune 2 is better than the first one. Dune 2 is amazing. Blah, 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 blah. I love all the new locations. They're shooting in Italy this time. I'm sure it doesn't look like Italy, but it's Italy anyway. And so by the time you get around to the Thanksgiving holiday, after everyone has gone and gotten drunk with all their friends from high school, they can say, hey, I've heard great things about Dune. Not it just opened 5 seconds ago, but people have been talking about it for the past 2 weeks. Or I saw it when it opened and I loved it so much. I really think that my family would love to see it. So I'm going to bring them and get them to go see it too, when I can vouch for it. So I think that opening 2 weeks earlier is actually a really good sign that they believe they have something big on their hands. Now, unlike Lord of the Rings, which on Monday I was saying, yeah, they should have shot it in conjunction and da-da-da. And I do understand, I had some people write me and say, well, they switched it from New Zealand to the UK.
Right, but that was always planned.
Right. In this case, I feel like Denis Villeneuve is an artiste. And so I feel like he's the kind of director that probably was like, I will not do that. I will not do. I don't know what his accent is, but
No, he
Great
just
Italian
adjusted
accent.
it. He wanted to do it.
Oh, he did?
He pitched it to Warner Brothers.
Oh wow! Well, then that makes no sense to me. The only thing that I could think of was that Denis Villeneuve, as an artiste, just did not want to feel rushed or feel overwhelmed and wanted to focus on his one bébé before having his second bébé. But that doesn't make any sense, the fact that Warner Brothers would not want to do that, because they're shooting in so many of the same locations. Italy is the only new location. They're still filming in Budapest. They're still filming in Jordan. They're still filming in Norway. So it doesn't make any financial sense. But I don't know. Maybe that's why they're bringing Alan Horn in, so that guy can say, hey, we're going to start making some sense out of these dollars and numbers.
The one thing is for sure, though, I am dying to see this. And of course, they should have all the confidence in the world in it. The last one won 6 Oscars, so I cannot wait for this movie. So sure, anything that brings it even just a little bit closer, I'm happy about. Questions for you guys. What do you think about this release date move for Dune 2? Do you think they should have shot it back to back? Maybe you didn't even like the first one. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, MANSCAPED. Now, guys, you know I love MANSCAPED. You've heard me go on and on about the Lawnmower 4.0 and that body wash. I love it so much. And so we got to ask, guys, have you started your spring cleaning yet? The carpets need cleaning, the drapes need dusting, and your lawn needs mowing, gentlemen. And you guys know Manscaped is more than just one product. They have a whole lineup of products to help you guys feeling, smelling, and looking your best. And so Manscaped is proud to present to you the Performance Package 4.0, which is the only tool that you need to keep your boys looking, smelling, and feeling good this spring. Now, to start off with, you get the Lawnmower 4.0. Guys, we have talked about this. What is wrong with us? Why have we for so long been using these terrible tools that were never meant for cutting our hair down there? The razor clipper things on our electric razors. That's barbaric, guys. You need the Lawnmower 4.0. And then there's the Weed Whacker. You guys have heard our own Ray Ora talk about this thing. He loves using it to get that hair in your nose and the ear hair. And then they offer lots of other stuff like the Crop Preserver. It's an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. The Crop Reviver. It's a spray-on toner for your balls. And of course, they've got the perfect grooming tool for your face with the Plow 2.0, the perfect razor for the finest shave on that face. So guys, get 20% off plus free shipping with the code CAMPEA. That's CAMPEA at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the promo code Campea at manscaped.com. It's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life.